how did I enter is complex, and I can't answer it in one sentence. Just I have to start with the fact that my father was a photographer. I was very close to photography, but when I was at the finish of the school, I saw that this is not really I want to do, and I started education as a journalist in a Latvian university. But as you know, at a certain point you have to find out what is your way in journalism. And at that point I recognized that photography is advantage. It's very difficult to say what I'm thinking. I would like to answer it in a different way, maybe, because you don't know what you are thinking. But maybe I would say I can recognize what I'm feeling. Because thinking is working like machinery at that time. You have to be quick, you have to see composition, you have to find the object, what is the most important, what you want to tell. This is the way the thinking works, but this that gives like some automatic way of working. How the procedure is like somewhere. You get it by your experience.
What do you suggest for a new photojournalist, or what would you say him if he's like asking you, what can I do to improve myself?
The young journalist, first of all, I would say he has to find his motivation. Why he is doing that? Why he needs it? What is it? Is it really something he's really ready to go for? Because that is not always only pleasant tasks and nice assignments. That's hard everyday work, maybe. And the result possibly is not seen, but you have to still continue. And maybe there is failures on your way, so you have to be ready to accept it. And this is the first question that the young photojournalist has to answer. Is he ready to spend time by trying to motivate yourself? And when you get your motivation, and then the way will come. Of course, beside this, it's very important that you can receive the joy out of your work. And these are like two quite different things to connect in one piece. But when you succeed, then you can say, yes, I'm ready.
How did you enter this job?
My story is not similar to others. I'm living with my job, and at the same time I don't feel photography as my job. It's something what I'm living. I entered when I studied journalism. I started to make pictures for my articles. I'm trying. I feel better when I'm independent. I like to be independent, not to ask somebody to make pictures for my articles, beg them, and then photographers says, yeah, no, I don't have time. Maybe tomorrow. Therefore, I started to make pictures for my articles, and after my colleagues started to ask me to make pictures for their articles, and it was interesting, and I was proud about this. And the best is that somebody pays me money for this scary moment. I can tell that only once in my life I was judged, and it was in Russia. But it was more fun. Not for me. It wasn't. Frankly, it wasn't scary. It was fun. Scary is after, when you start to think about. At the moment when it is scary, sometimes you don't understand that it's really scary. If in Belarus I made pictures and after I showed the publication in magazine to my colleague from Belarus who is working for big agencies, and he asked, "These are your pictures?" I said, "Yeah." It's why it surprised you? You know, there you could be killed, shot. And here, really? Yeah, yeah, it could be. Yeah, maybe, yeah.
What is the thing you are thinking when you're taking a photo?
All the time I'm thinking. Photographer must think every time, every moment. It's like chess player. Not photographer don't make picture from the moment. If he sees the moment in the screen, it's gone. It's over. You can make other pictures, but not real picture, real photography, what you wanted to make. It's not thinking. It's just
feeling.
It's feeling, and you live with this feeling. It's very important for young photographers to improve this feeling. It's not knowledge, it's feeling. But sometimes for youngsters it is quite difficult to understand that he don't have this feeling. Unfortunately. That is why he can make pictures, but it will be not photography. It's magic. Photography is magic.
Can you tell me the most interesting moment in your experience as a photojournalist? Maybe one.
Oh, it's one single moment. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's so fascinating. It's one moment. Yeah, so many moments.
In my words, I think it's telling a story with my eyes, not with the words, not in words coming out of my mind, but through my eyes. I think showing the world as I see it, and a bit as I want to see it. Because of course I can change a view.
So maybe that's the reason why you entered this job?
I think I found it out only when I started to do it, in a way I see it now. I wanted to do something a bit creative, something that only I can do, whether it's good or bad, but just I'm doing it. Because before starting my photo things, I studied theology, and it was something very classical, and I was doing things that many people were doing before me, but I wanted to do something that I can do and only I'm doing in my own way. And that was a good way how to do it with a camera. I'm taking pictures of things, of processes, and of everything that exists. But I can a bit show them in my own way, as I see them.
You're usually thinking when you're taking the picture.
I'm thinking before. In my mind, I'm going through the process I'll do, and in the process, I don't have a time to think. I'm kind of in it, and I've been a bit automatically doing it as I feel it.
13th of January, it was riots at Parliament House. It was interesting for me because it was first time ever something happened in Riga since independence. And yeah, it was scary, and at the same time it was interesting. So like you want to get that shot, but at the same time you think all the time that you can be hit by stones or hit by police and so on, and camera and health and so on. Yeah, I was lucky that it was my hobby at first, of course, and I published many photos almost every day somewhere over the internet, and if I heard that something happened, I was running there and just do it for me, to keep those memories in photos for me, for myself. Yeah, and I was publishing them in some social networks, and so some guy noticed me and offered a job.
What is for you fascinating about
Photojournalism? Yeah, it's great that I'm saving the history. It's like every moment is when I press the shutter, so I've done the history and I saved it. Not that I've done the history, but I've saved it. I could say I was in so many events just in these 6 years while I'm working as a photojournalist. I haven't seen them by my eyes, but through the camera. Of course, to bring this information in photo to others and to show them the truth, what's actually happening. Politician is really good and honest and so on. I could maybe catch the moment where he isn't like that, and so I'm bringing the truth. With my photos, I'm informing the public. Yeah, that's, I think, the photojournalists' most interesting part, and it depends on situation. In sports, of course, you think for You think in advance what could happen. In some accidents, I don't know, car accidents, fire, any disaster, you think about those persons who are involved in all that. Yeah, you think about their, I don't know, home or their relatives, about those persons who died. Yeah, I actually think to catch a good frame, but at the same time I think about all those persons who are gonna be on that exact moment in the picture.